Okay, now we are going to do some type editing. This will be really short, but it's very important, very cool, and very useful for when you're working with some custom designs. So let's make a nice text box, nice and big. I've got a new document here, and we'll make it Superstar. That's our new brand of I don't know, energy drink or something. So 200 points, make it really big. Okay, now let's change our font to go back to impact. That one's fun. All right. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so now what do? Let's center it, and let's go to our character style. Drop that leading down again. Line spacing between vertical lines of type, and I think that's good enough. Now, this is the easy part, okay? We are going to turn this into outlines. How we do that is either go to type, down to create outlines, which as you see has a shortcut key, shift, command, or control, and O. So shift, command, O. And look at that. Now you can see that it has it has the same attributes that a shape would have. Let's do one thing. Let's compare that to Superstar. Okay, so I've got two versions of this text, this type. One is over here, one is over here. Now, the difference is, let's say I want to, let's go with the default and the default. So we've got the default fill, and let's actually invert that using the swap shift X command. What else can we do? Oh, I know. Let's show what we can do. So with that, you can rotate your text with the regular text, or with the regular whoops, I need that. So the regular object manipulation things, like your text box or your object, you can rotate, you can scale, you can do those things. But with this, you can do all of those, and that's all fine. But what else can you do? Let's pull in the corners. And now I've got all the corners pulled in. I can't do that when it's native text. So I've got all of these rounded corners here. And you could see that when I have the choice. When I'm clicking on that, nope, I don't have that choice here. Okay, what else can we do? Well, you can ungroup. So Control Shift G or Command Shift G on a Mac. And now I can select just the P, and I can move that P around wherever I want. So that's pretty cool. I can take my star shape and add it to, let's put it right that big, and drop it down there. And it needs to go over just a touch. And come back up. Okay, so I can now go to my Pathfinder, and I can do a merge. I don't want to merge. I want to divide. Okay, maybe that's not the look I'm going for, but hey, I could do it if I wanted to. So now I have my superstar with my star actually integrated into the word because it works as an object. What else can I do? Well, I can grab anchor points and I can make really big wide things. I could make funky looking legs to the R. I can't do that with the text like this. So goodbye old boring text. And now I've got my superstar text. So that's one reason you could manipulate your font and turn it into outlines, is because now you have more control over, you know, some of the individual points and vector lines on your type. Another one you could do is you could move that out of the way. Whoops, I forgot to select this S's. There we go. All right, so you could get a line of text and go find one of these dingbats. You guys are familiar with the wing dings and the web dings, so I could go find a funky, now that's way too big. And usually what I do, if I want to, I can either go search in the glyphs, which is, you know, the easy way to do it, but I'm fairly difficult. And so I just run my fingers across the keyboards. And find something I'm looking for. Hey, there we go. The yin and yang. Ooh, or a nice little wheel. That's cool. Anyway, you could pick out, say, a font, a character from one of these, and then paste it as a font, and then turn it to outlines, and then grab your live paint bucket, and then go ahead and start editing things. Like you could put some blue sky in between your colors on your new wheel, or you could do a rainbow. So you could do the whole color spectrum, starting with red and then go to orange and then yellow and then green and then blue. It's already blue. And then violet. And then back to red. Or whatever. You could play Trivial Pursuit with this. So now I've just taken that font and changed it all up from the original font, and now it's a cool shape that you can do, you know, all sorts of fun stuff with it. You could give that a stroke. You could increase the stroke, and that would do a whoops. Anyway, so play around with the creating outlines on type, and you can do some pretty cool things to it. You can do some kind of scary things. You can really mess up the font if you're not careful, but I say err on the side of experimentation here. So have fun with the converting type to outlines and creating shapes, especially with those web dings and the wing dings. And if you find a font that has like decorative caps, so decorative capital letters, those are really cool, because then you can do highlights and different things in the caps themselves. So there's my quick little Illustrator tip for the day. And that is the end of our lesson 5, talking about type. Next week, lesson 6, actually I'm going to record tomorrow probably, is going to be on color selecting and editing. And we've touched on that briefly. I'm going to look and see how much of that we need to redo or revisit. And we'll also go into fairly good depth on the swatches and some of the appearance, some of the things that you can do with the appearances. So blending modes and transparency. So stick around for that, and we will discuss that very shortly. Thanks. Bye.